Welcome, welcome to the first edition of Shaun. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about, before I get into some real stuff, let's just talk about one observation. Kid free, uh, not like broke, but absolutely nothing to do on a Friday. That's why I'm doing this. Maybe a good thing. Who knows? I will say, social media does remind you of how little you have to do now. That's what sucks, man. Because in extreme cases, people compare their lives. In this instance, with me, I can't remark on how little I do compared to, I guess, everybody else I know. Interesting. But, yeah. So, we still, in the midst of mourning Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And it's crazy, man. I remember back in the day, like the first real rapper, not necessarily a rapper, but the first real person to really affect, I guess, me, wasn't Biggie, wasn't Tupac, wasn't even Big L. It was Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from Queens. Jay is from Queens. And just knowing, that's crazy. Jay, you would see Jay sponsoring like basketball tournaments. The studio was in the hood. And it happened there. That's like the first, realization that the hood won't love you. It's unfortunate, but like when we really think about it, so much of kind of like what keeps people going is controversy and conflict, and we haven't mastered togetherness first before we could even graduate to pretty much. It's kind of like politics. This is how I say it. It's like, or wrestling. They hype it up so much. Like the animosity is so real. The tension is so thick you cut it with a knife. It's crazy. They say the worst things, blah 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 blah. But then after a while, you'll see pictures of them. They might seem like cordial. Then sometimes you might see they might be outright like buddy. Kind of like your Drake Meek Mill. Couldn't really been that real if you cool again. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like things that people use to market and promote. And we as a people, we need that togetherness before we could realize like, because you got too many people pretend, people mistaken like entertainment with reality, and it's crazy. But yeah, I digress. Back to Nipsey. The most puzzling thing right now, I'd say, is Chris Darden's involvement in this. I don't get it. And at one point, I remember as a kid, I was like, I was on the OJ train, he didn't do it. Trying to find like every little possibility, even though it looked like he did it, you know what I'm saying? But you just want to like, go with it because one, it's a black dude. And, it had notoriety, and plus, you was kind of wave riding because you was a kid. You didn't quite, you got it, but you didn't really get a lot of the context of the whole situation. And when I say that, the one most people don't get is like really calling my man Chris Darden well, I'm not gonna say my man now. I'm getting into that, but calling Chris Darden, you know, Uncle Tom, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, one would say that OJ was more of a Uncle Tom, way more than Chris Darden, but that's not the way it was played. But anyway, you know, so you know, as I got older, I kind of sympathized with his character. Even especially after watching, I watched the special. I don't know how true to life that is, but I know that's Hollywood. But even then, you know, that kind of just reinforced it even more because it put a face to the name, and you know, shout out to Sterling K. Brown, amazing performance. But it's like, you know, put a face to a name, and not necessarily his face, but put like a personality, a person behind just a name. That's it. And you know, he became like, you know, even more of a sympathetic person. And now this. Yo, you know how people back in the day used to really do things just for money, just for, you know, exposure? I think it's not even necessarily money. I think because of that special on FX, because of that, People versus OJ, I think he was, you know, kind of like feeding off of attention, because there could be no other excuse for who dudes on camera, and it's not like it was just like a, you know, 5-second clip, you know, shoots him, leaves, comes back, shoots him again, kicks the brother in the head. Like, what type of, you defending this dude? Now, you're a California resident. This is Chris Darden. He's from California. You thought it was hard to live in the city before? You know, OJ got it, I think, mainly just because he was black. Nip had love, genuine love. Now you defending this dude? Like, to what benefit? You know, to be a contrarian, one could say, well, no one cared before when Johnny Cochran was defending the killer. I just want to make sure that the legal process is done. Yeah, you could say that, but then it pretty much kind of deletes all the sympathy you want, because, you know, Johnny Cochran was doing the quote-unquote wrong things, even though they were legal. His ethics were, you know, one could say, you know, selective. But what do you know, what point would you be proving? You would be contradicting yourself, because that's what you said. And like, what do you have to gain from this other than just making your life ultimately miserable? Because, you know, this is not wishing anything on them, but dude, you're going to go down in history as just like a two-time loser of the biggest proportions. It's not worth it, dude. My plea to you, you'll probably never see this, but my plea to you, drop this case. You know, it's a conflict of interest, and just, you know, kind of like fade into obscurity. Just go, dude. Just go. Yeah. All right. So, I need a drink. Alexa, play some more Isaac Hayes. Alexa, play Isaac Hayes. This would have been a commercial break. You guys wouldn't have heard that. Gonna finish up this extra Neho Patron. a tincture in this and kind of let it age. So, ooh, ooh. Feels like a tincture amplified the drink. Woo. More. All right. So next. The next thing is this Avenatti character. You know, Michael. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Michael Avenatti. He was the lawyer that was, you know, the main lawyer involved with the R. Kelly, you know, trying to bring him to trial. He was arrested, I think, on like 18 counts. Let's check. And it's just crazy to me because it's like, yeah, Avenatti, I was right. Yeah, it was a ridiculous amount of counts. Oh man, I can't find it right now. But it's crazy because the irony in all this is there's a very good chance this dude is telling the truth, but he's gonna have zero credibility. And then like going after Coach K, that's like swinging for the fences, my man. The dude is just kind of like, I think if you've ever seen, he gets it over Nick Saban or anybody involved with, you know, football. He gets it probably like, he's like way past an OG, dude. Yo, my man is like the Godfather, you know. The most accomplished coach in basketball currently. Perhaps might end up being that of all time. His affiliation with all the major stars in basketball, pro basketball, because of the Olympic pipeline. Dude, like, it's like, yo, when you go, yo, like, I don't know if anybody watches The Wire. One of my favorite quotes from The Wire, Omar was like, he's like, hey, yo, babe, when you come at the king, best not miss. You know, that's my best impersonation, but yo, that's kind of like what dude did. Yo, and not even say he might not even be as lethal as, you know, Weebay was. So, you know, you coming at Omar, dude, you better have like enough to nail it and it be done forever. So, you know, you chirping, and now you, come on, man. And not just Krzyzewski, Nike? Dude. Come on, man. What was this dude thinking? Crazy. Sometimes, you know, planning is, you know, the determining factor. All right. So now anybody out there watch D.L. Hughley? I haven't watched it yet. I don't